How many men of value or men that you respect and admire are actively vetting you to be their significant other? This is why I say we need therapy in our community. We lack self awareness, and we get to the point to where when we have to have the truth told, it's like, well, it's a shock. Apparently, Denise
Not
seems
a
to.
problem. There's not a problem. Can you hear me, sir? Hello?
I can hear you now. Hold on. How old are you?
Oh Lord, I hope I don't get dragged for this, but I'm 37. I turned 37 in March of this year.
No dragging, just asking just for clarification. So, modern women, winter's coming. What do we got?
So for me, sir, I feel like I agree with everything you say. Like
Okay.
I appreciate your transparency, your honesty, the give it to you straight, no filler, no chaser. I want to say thank you. For me, I am open to a relationship and I feel like I have a good understanding of my own emotional intelligence and what I want
Okay.
and the role and the dynamics between men and women. And I'm fine with sharing power, transferring power, making it a true partnership. But I got some unusual circumstances. So I'm 37. I am an executive in a startup. I went to grad school. I am also 6'5".
I'm a PhD.
I like to consider myself an in shape person, very opinionated when I know when to listen. And I mean, I've been in relationships that usually average about 3 to 4 years, and then I'll take a 3 to 4 year break in between. But I would love to hear you speak on the importance of not being comfortable in being alone and in your season of separation from a partner, because I feel like I have gotten into a pattern that makes it difficult for me, on top of everything that I'm already facing, to meet a partner. Like, I don't
Do you have any
want
children?
some other man.
Do you have any children?
I'm sorry, what was that, sir?
Do you have any children?
I do not, and I don't want them. He can come with children. This uterus is closed.
How old are you again?
37.
Okay, well, one of the major reasons men tend to want women is children. So you cut yourself out of a large swath of men because your
But
uterus
for
is
me,
closed.
so
Okay,
here's the
okay. I
thing.
mean,
I'm
hold
open
on,
to
hold
it.
on. I have my questions. Okay. Uh, take away your job, and who are you?
I'm a friend. I'm a loyal person. I'm a creative. I'm a connector. I'm an advocate for other people. I'm a resource. I'm a support system. I'm someone that can see into your soul
I'm a
and what you
PhD.
need and love on you well and meet you where you are.
What
But
do
I
you
would
think?
say
What do you
friend,
think? What do you
sister,
just?
connector.
Okay, friend, sister. So, do you have any brothers?
I'm an only child.
Hmm. Your last relationship was when?
5.5 years ago.
How long did it last?
4.5 years.
Why didn't you guys? Why didn't he marry his friend, resource connector? Huh.
I broke up the relationship
Of
myself.
course you did.
He was 20, he was mid 20s. I
Right.
was late 20s, early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And I
So,
felt like I was his mother in situations,
well,
and we
that's what
were in
happens when
the
you date a little
same
boy.
book, different
Hold on,
chapter.
hold on. No, no, that's what happens when you go after somebody that you can dominate.
You're right.
I know.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie? So I broke it off because it didn't feel right. I didn't feel like I was with a man. I didn't want to force him
You
to be
picked
somewhere he wasn't.
first of all, you didn't pick. First off, you weren't chosen by a man.
Another lesson. I'm glad somebody I'm taking some notes. This will be a very good. You're 100% right. So how do I position myself to be chosen? Is it making myself
Put your dick
more
up.
available? What happened?
Put your dick up.
Okay. Where's
You
the
came,
lie?
you came in here talking about I'm this, I'm that. And all right, sick. My season of time. You're really good at telling women what sounds like you know what you're talking about. But you ain't been in a relationship for 5 years, and the last one you were with was with a boy. Okay. You're coming in saying you want what? You want marriage?
I do.
Why?
I would love to be able to spend the rest of my life with someone that loves me as much as I love them, that compliments me, that's my support system, that I can lead, be led by, learn from, go through challenging and exciting life experiences with. I've done me for a while. I'm kind of over it. We could try something new.
It sounds like a brochure for a vacation.
What happened?
Sounds like a brochure for a vacation. I want somebody I can lead, be led by, challenging this and that. It sounds like a brochure for a vacation.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm a communications man.
Well, I'm sorry that's that. But what I'm saying is I'm not hearing anything about a wife. I've heard a sales pitch. Nothing. And when you talk about a partner. Have you ever served a man?
Define serve for me.
Have you ever gone to a restaurant?
I have.
Mm-hmm. What they do when they come to your table is called what?
Service. I have served a man on plenty of occasions.
In your relationship, who serves who?
Typically, I'm an acts of service person. That's one of my love languages. So typically, it's me.
So in your last relationship, you served a younger man?
Um, I did, and then I had like a brief couple of months before COVID really took off situation with someone where I served him on multiple occasions, and he proved not to be worthy of said service because he didn't appreciate it. His son appreciated it more than he did.
Some of the things you did to serve your boyfriend was what? Give me about three things that you did that you would do consistently.
Do consistently, making
Mhm.
meals, making sure that when he was in my space, he was comfortable, didn't have to get something to drink, give you a pillow, give you a blanket. What do you need? You clear your plate. I can take that away for you.
Okay.
One of my favorite dates that I had was he brought over his son, which made me nervous. I had just met his
The
son,
younger
and
man, the younger guy.
no, this was the guy that I dated briefly
No,
for
I
four
asked
or
you.
5 months
I
that
said
didn't
your
work out.
no, no. That's not who I asked about. I asked about your long relationship.
Okay. So I would bring him food, make sure that he's comfortable in my space, make sure that he felt comfortable, didn't have to necessarily ask or get up for anything because I don't mind that,
Okay.
especially if I have to go get something for myself. I'm gonna make sure you're taken care of.
Okay.
But making meals and making it an experience because I'm a
Okay.
huge foodie. So I like
All
to
right. All
set
right, ma'am. You
tables.
cooked. Okay, you cooked. We don't have
Yeah.
to. We don't have to. We don't have to go into war and peace about you making a meal.
Okay. I make meals, make sure that he was taken care of if he had clothes over my place, that he had a spot in my physical location. If I'm going to do my laundry and your laundry is at my house, I'm going to do it as well.
Okay.
If I'm out and about and I see something that makes me think of you, I'm not opposed to bringing that home
What does that
and
mean?
doing something nice. And it
What does
was
that mean?
reciprocated.
What does that mean? You see something he would like. What does that mean?
Like if I see a book that I know he's interested in,
A
or if I
book.
see a bottle
You
of
got
wine
you
that I know
guys
we both
you were guys
enjoy.
together for 4 years.
Uh-huh.
What'd you buy him for his birthday?
I got him an experience. This one got scuba diving.
Okay. You took him scuba diving. Okay.
No, I bought him a certificate. I can't swim. I bought him a certification to be scuba dived or certified in scuba diving. I'm sorry, I've been having a glass of
Okay.
wine.
What'd you buy him for? What'd you get him for Christmas?
We didn't do Christmas the
Hmm.
last year were together. We didn't do Christmas the
Ma'am,
last year.
you were there 4 years. There were 4 Christmases.
Well, we just happened to not get gifts that year. I don't know what the reason. I remember
Uh-huh.
what the reasoning was. He had
Okay.
just
So
lost his
four
brother.
years, no Christmas gifts.
No, we had other things, you know.
Okay, all right,
I'm a
okay.
book
4 years,
person, records
4 years, no
person.
Christmas. 4 years, no Christmas gifts. So, and you took him on scuba diving.
I
Did he
got
ask? Did he
him.
want to go
I
scuba
got him
diving? Did he want to
certified
go?
to.
Did he want to go scuba diving?
Yeah, he loves SeaWorld, loves
Okay.
the water, loves
All right. Then what
aquatics.
did he
They've
do
been
with his
talking
next
about
birth? What did
scuba
he do with his
diving.
next? Don't overtalk me. I shouldn't have to raise my voice to you. I've done that several times, and you just keep talking. So, all right, no Christmas gifts. Fine. Scuba diving for a birthday. What'd you do with the other 3 birthdays?
Had a beach trip. Went to New Orleans once.
You paid for a beach trip?
I did not pay. We split.
No, that so you didn't know. I said for him for his birthday.
We took a vacation. We had a
No, no.
nice
What did you do
meal.
for him for his birthday?
We went on a vacation that we
That
split, and I got
okay,
him a nice
okay.
meal.
See, you're already showing that you don't even have any concept of what I'm talking about. All you said I did was you cook, so because you got to eat. That's that, and you had him. He had a space in your house like he's a pet. I'm asking you, what did you really do? What did you really, gentlemen? I've told you. Look at where a woman puts her money, and that's the truth. This woman didn't spend any money on this man because she really didn't care. She spent more money on her hair than she did on him. That's why she can't answer the questions. And then you talk about you want to be married. Why? You don't want to have any kids, and you haven't said anything about what a man's going to get other than a bunch of words. This is where you could speak now.
Okay.
That's what I thought. Nothing to say. You got a PhD?
No,
I'm
I
a
hear
PhD.
you. It's just, I guess I attract what my behavior demonstrates.
You
And I've
attract what you
never
are.
been.
You attract what you are. We all do. And everything that you've talked about is something about a picture. But I ask, if I'm trying to get to who you are in a relationship, and you talk about it, but I got to the substance, what you do really is in furtherance of you.
You're
I bet
right.
if I asked him how you, if I asked him how he experienced you, you probably would be surprised.
We had some very candid conversations after I broke up
Right.
with him.
Okay, but you broke up
That
with
did
him.
some work.
Right. But let me ask you, since you're a giving person and you don't have any problem picking something up, why not on his birthday did you not make those things special? Why is it I'm asking you about his birthday and you said we split a trip? Because if you're a man and I ask, what did you do for your woman on her birthday? And you said, you're this kind of man, that kind of man, and I take care of her. And just like, a man said he split a trip would look like a pure asshole.
Fair. Where's the
Right.
lie?
So why do you get to come in here as an executive? Is that an executive asshole? No,
Where's the lie?
it's a selfish personality, which tends to happen with only children. And what I'm saying, ma'am, is ultimately, if you're in marketing, you're in communications and marketing, if you're a product, what product gains value with age and use?
Fair.
So you have to at least, and if you're going to sell an older used product, you have to be able to understand its value proposition. What is
Fair.
your value to a man outside of your sweet spot or where you're comfortable? Business. What's your value to a man outside of that? I asked you that and you said nothing but word salad.
I would say now, if I had to answer the question again, I'm a supportive person. I'm going to help you build. I'm going to be that person that encourages you. That's what I do in my friendships. You can ask the girlfriend that's encouraged me to join this tonight.
A man we don't need you to help us build anything.
Okay.
The last guy you got with, you were disdained him because he wasn't building. But see, can you get a man that's surpassing you?
I would be completely fine with that.
No. I said, can you get one? I know you'd be fine with it. Can you attract it and keep it?
Can I attract one? That's a fair question. I honestly don't know the answer to that. I would say no, considering my track record of dating so far.
Yeah. This is why I say therapy is so important and coaching, because the reason I'm being so direct with you is because it's the only way you'll hear me.
Fair.
And you lack self-awareness. You're used to presenting and pitching and convincing people, and the first person you've convinced is you. 37 wants no kids. Not a good. 37 wants no kids. Only child. Selfish streak. Not a really a good candidate for wife for a man on his purpose.
I don't feel like that's 100% fair because you don't know my complete story.
I don't have. Okay, and I'm not getting paid to know your complete story. You want me to know your story? Book a session. You're an executive. You can afford it. I don't know why you guys come saying doing this shit. When I say something you don't like, well, it's not completely fair. How am I supposed to know? But what I do know doesn't sound too. You said I can see that, I can see this, I can see that, I can see this. And now when I say something along this lines, well, I don't know. Well, let's just judge based on outcomes. How many men of value or men that you respect and admire are actively vetting you to be their significant other? This is why I say we need therapy in our community. We lack self-awareness, and we get to the point to where when we have to have the truth told, it's like, well, it's a shock. Unfortunately, winter is coming, people. And I know some of my critics are gonna be like, that's so bad. This is what happens when you tell women lies. Everything's gonna be good. Go out there and get this, go out there and get that. Everybody wins. Your best life, do this, do that. Don't worry about the men. And then when men don't attach to you, don't keep you, don't want you for long-term relationships, then it's late 30s. And it's like, I'm tired of living this single life. I want this, want that. We've developed no relationship skills. You're still dating like teenagers or 20 something. And I'm sorry, ladies, it is time for you, children of the forest, to understand where you're at and do the work. It's not up to the men to be understanding and walk the path with you. You want men who will got on their shit. You need to get your shit together to be with the kind of man you say you deserve.
Guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. Now, analyzing this video and breaking it down, I think most of us will agree that, as men especially, we will agree that life is about choices and trade-offs. But when it comes to the female world, I mean the delusional world that they live in, the Disneyland that they are living in, I think they mostly think that they just can have it all, right? Just like I even will go ahead to say maybe men are more likely to have it all because men can chase career and later on in life they just can still pull down a lady, right? But when it comes to females, you guys have to prioritize certain things. You can also get it the other way around. You can get married first, then chase success. But for a man, you have to chase success, then you go in for a relationship. So women chases like men and ending up in their 30s, 40s, and this is the kind of situation you see definitely crying on, I mean, in front of millions and millions of people, because like it or not, this video has been watched by millions of people. And you are 37 years old. I mean, you have got a career, and I think, like he was saying, they will promise they just can have it all. They can have their career and later on in life just turn around and pull down a man of their dream. It's just crazy, and they believed it. So when you get to 25, your common sense could not tell you that, okay, I'm starting, because when you hit 25 going, that your dating realities kind of start to change. 27, you see that, I mean, it's dwindling down. The kind of men that approaches you is kind of dwindling down. So that should tell you something. Okay, 28, 29, you sit down there and you are now 37 years old and you're crying in front of millions of people. I don't have any sympathy, like I said, towards these type of women. They've had the choices to make. Since 18, you've been the one that is in charge of your life, and you are 37 years right now, and you're crying That shit is crazy, man. It's just like a man ending up at 70 or 60s without anything, crying. That's the equivalent. Though for that situation itself is, you can even explain it because not every man is meant to be rich. It's just top 10% of people in the world, or is it less, that are rich, right? So that is, you can explain it, but most people get married, most women get married. So if you fail to get married, that is on you. That's my point here. And talking about, she still did like a teenager or something. I don't think, I mean, she even understands the position that she's in. And all these are caused and motivated by moms. So I think big ups to men for not creating these things. So it's the women that are in charge of it, and they have done it. Great job, great job. I mean, what else can we say? They told you guys to chase degrees and all that, and you've gotten a degree and a career. Guys, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.